Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Devanshi Sharma and this video is super special for all those who like writing, reading, publishing and promoting their books. I've been writing for the past 11 years and in this video I'll be sharing my journey of writing our lovely 6 titles. I always like calling our books as our because 1, without readers this book was nothing. And 2, there are way too many people associated with a book, so taking the credit all by myself I don't think is fair. In this video, I'll be talking about my journey and I'll try sharing some of the learnings that I have had in the publishing industry. Without further ado, starting with the first book, Unimaginably True, the Book of Dreams. Well, Unimaginably True was a book that I started writing when I was in class 9th, and that's the best part about everything else. When I started writing, this was just a teenager kid thinking about a story, imagining it at night, getting up early before school and writing it down. At that point of time, I'm glad I did not know about the technicalities of marketing, publishing, this and that. All I knew was one story that I really wanted to share, express my thoughts with. Unimaginably True is a simple love story between Arav and Arvika. It is a high school romance. And on 17th July, which was my birthday, it got launched 4 years after I started writing it. That's my first suggestion to all the writers watching it. Whenever you are writing, write for yourself first. Everything else follows. Everything else is like the cherry on the cake, the reward that you get. But the first and foremost thing is write for yourself, express your heart out. The book would automatically do well. After Unimaginably True, when I was on the stage launching the book with all the dignitaries and my family and friends, at that moment I kind of realized that this is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. After that book came in First Love Lasts Forever. This book became a learning journey in terms of writing and exploring my writer's self, and that's my second suggestion. Whenever you are writing, talk to yourself. Understand what you like narrating, what you don't, what are the characteristics that you love giving to your characters, what are the themes that you enjoy talking about. So in First Love Lasts Forever, I kind of understood that dreams or not compromising on your dreams, reversing stereotypes, these were things that I loved talking about, writing about. Definitely explore your readers and writer's self while you're writing your book. The next book came in No Matter What I Do, I End Up Falling For You. And this book changed literally everything for my writing journey. No Matter What I Do was selected by one of the leading publishers of India and it did immensely well with God's grace and all your support. This book taught me a lot many things and I'm going to share those with you unfiltered. Number 1, do not give up, because the same journey that I was taking, sending the synopsis to people, receiving rejection, it ended at one point of time. So if it can happen with me, I'm sure it can happen with you as well. So number 1, never give up. Number 2, whenever you are writing, whenever you are thinking about writing, don't just think of it as writing. I always like calling authors as authorpreneurs because writing is one part of the journey. Publishing and marketing is the second. So when you're writing, write for yourself. When you've written the book, promote your book as much as you loved writing it. Number 3, that my learning with this book has been that readers make writers. I had 300 friends on my Facebook when I came up with No Matter What I Do. The moment this book came out, that graph started going up to 40k subscribers on the Facebook channel. That moment I kind of realized how important it is to get constant feedback from your readers. That moment I kind of understood the importance of the reviews that you have on your Amazon and Flipkart. Today, No Matter has over 1000 reviews on all the platforms and 10k ratings throughout. It makes me feel blessed, and one thing that I would definitely want to share with you is the fact that when you are writing, it's always competing with yourself and nobody else. On that thought, I started writing Imperfect Misfits, which was a story about a stand-up comedian and a chef. If you ask me, out of all the books, this story is one of the most unconventional ones and I loved writing and exploring it. I tried a couple of new things with this book, like mixing Hindi and English words together, so a bit of English there. I also tried exploring different themes in terms of writing, and that became my learning in this book. When you start writing, when you start exploring different themes, trust yourself with it, go with the flow, try exploring, innovating with new things. Yes, a couple of people felt that, hey, would you like to keep an English thing? But it kind of worked at the end, and I felt that innovation in writing plays a very, very important role. Also, Imperfect Misfits came out when I was working in a leading MNC. And at that point of time, I was working almost 12 hours learning new things in that space as well. That moment, I also learned one more new thing, which is you can balance it out if you have the passion and if you can go all out, towards your dream. So chase your dreams, man, no matter what. After this came in I Think I Am in Love. Also, there's a very special announcement coming about this one, that I Think I Am in Love is a story about Meera and Ishan. And by this time, I think one observation, not exactly a learning that I fell through, was that when you write, you gradually grow in terms of building your characters, your plot, the way you express yourself. I Think I Am in Love is one of the closest stories that I've thought of, and specifically the character of Meera. When in love, you kind of just, feel that I'm in love with this person, I can do anything. I don't think so. And that's the story that I Think I Am in Love is all about. Love is about acceptance, and this story revolves around this bit. My learning from I Think I Am in Love has been that whenever you are meeting your readers, when they come up with feedback, so for I Think I Am in Love, I visited Chandigarh, I visited Bangalore, I visited Delhi, Indore, all the places. And every time I was, meeting people, they would come up with really amazing suggestions, amazing observations about your writing. So acceptance of those reviews, understanding what the reader is feeling became another learning. Also, one really important part with this book was that readers absolutely make writers. After this, the last one is Write It Down. Now, Write It Down's journey is quite interesting because Write It Down came at a juncture where we started taking workshops under Mithas Services. So we've reached out to 10k people till now. And with all those interactions came in a lot of learning for me as a mentor as well. I used to take workshops to share my practical journey with people. It was never like a structure, this, that. It was a conversation that we used to have. In those conversations came in so many things about writing. This is my first non-fiction book, and it comes out from our own Mithas Services, our own publication. Write It Down is a book for all the readers, and the only learning that I would have from Write It Down is that the learning never stops. You meet people to tell them about something and you get back so many things that you can take back from. So that's my learning from Write It Down. I don't really know how long this conversation went through, or you felt कि यार इतना क्या बातचीत हो रही है. But all I felt was that in every journey are so many things that you can learn from. This was my journey, and I thought I really should share it with all the aspiring writers out there, simply for one reason, that if I can, you can. Let's start working on your book next. Join one of our workshops if you wish to. Take Write It Down if you wish to, or just explore your own journey. All I would say is that just go out and write it down. Thank you guys. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. The link to our workshop is in the description. You can check that out if you wish to. And you can follow me on Instagram as well, where I keep sharing so many insights from my writing. With that, lots of love. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll keep repeating it again and again and again. Love you.